money, this that new Chanel. This that split, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole.
Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 56. Set to kick off.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. A fairly short kick from the 14. Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the point after.
So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Murray. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
on second down. It's Murray looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun at Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. And he is going to be wrapped up and slammed to the turf. Myles Garrett able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll win on 1st down. It's Patterson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Watson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
27. He's taken down at the 33.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score, Ravens 7, Washington 0.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flush to his right. He's caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Gallup, 33 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Ball carrier.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 44, Watson forced out to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Baltimore Raven. First and 10.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's 2nd
They've
down.
given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down, rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ball carrier taken down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Murray. He is going nowhere as he play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They snap it to Herbert, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Myles Garrett, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. From the end zone, Watson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
22-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage scrimmage and be backed up to the 24. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime at Super Bowl 56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Murray. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Wood. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Woods, 48 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Play fake here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Here's Watson. Got his target, Samuel. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football these receivers divas? Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Watson looks to throw again.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to fire. This is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Again, it's Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at
14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Herbert now. Flush to his right. It is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taken in at the 22. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
And take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 58 yards, and the Ravens have broken the tie.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him work, can't relate. Watch him skirt out the mud, out the dirt, butter waters in the murks, out the game, on site, red.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Herbert, another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, escaping the pressure right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Looking outside, and he's got him in. It's Andrews. We kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again, sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it up. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll roll him out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? We can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Got his man there complete to Gallup.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now it's Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Watson steps away to his left.
And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Ravens 31. Washington
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will make it into the end zone. Decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Full right side taken in by Gallup. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. One last throw here for Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.